Today on Studio 18 Live, presented by Old Venice Pizza Company, we'll be visiting with Gunnery Sergeant Stephen Roberts about his time in Oxford, the video that made him famous, and what's next. Here now are Michael Thompson, AD for Marketing and Communications, and this week's guest, Gunnery Sergeant Stephen Roberts.
Welcome to Studio 18, presented by Old Venice Pizza Company. We have got a very special guest for the show today, and related to Military Appreciation Week and this guest, we've asked all of our fans to tweet in messages to our troops. We're having a bit of a technical difficulty with the bottom line on Twitter, but we're working on that, and hopefully you'll be able to see those tweets. If not, just search for hashtag Studio 18 on Twitter, and you'll be able to see all these messages that some of our fans have written to the troops overseas. And so keep the tweets coming and check those out using hashtag Studio 18. Well, let's get to Gunny. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
It's a real treat for us. This is a special one for sure, and we can't thank you enough for being on the show. What's Oxford been like for you?
I tell you, Oxford has been an awesome experience. It's been a blast. After being 17 years in the Marine Corps, this is definitely probably one of my best assignments ever.
So, and we were talking a little bit before the show. You move almost every 3.5 years or so.
Yes.
So that would put you. This is what, one of about 6 spots or 5 spots.
Yeah, roughly about that.
That's unbelievable. And where else have you been?
I've been stationed everywhere from Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, Pensacola, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, Cherry Point, North Carolina, Parris Island, South Carolina, Iwakuni, Japan, Camp Pendleton, California, Quantico, Virginia, and lovely Oxford.
So Virginia, both Carolinas, Japan, California, and Oxford's at the top, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty awesome. So we're going to show a video, and most Ole Miss fans, you've been kind of made famous by this video. So let's cue the video up, and we're going to watch it, and I want to get your thoughts on it after we watch it. And we don't have the audio of it, but I'm going to get you to walk me through it here in just a minute. Okay. I love the hat shake. the hat bouncing is great. So this video went viral pretty much overnight. I mean, this was the Texas game here a couple years ago, and you were kind of you were a legend really overnight. What did Goodwin do to get that kind of reaction out of you?
Well, I stand in the north end zone, and I was standing there talking to Officer Abel and Officer Jenkins, both Marines as well. And we're sitting there, and we see the young man. He's running straight like toward us. And I'm like, he's gonna veer off. And as he's coming toward us, he does this. So basically, without even thinking, I just was like, I just let him basically know, no, I'm not gonna be quiet.
So you were yelling no. That was the word. Nothing else. You were
nothing else. Just no.
Dead set on no.
Yes,
don't do that over here. We're not gonna be quiet.
Exactly. Yes,
I mean, this video is like I said, you've kind of become a legend out of it. And you've been really, in a sense, connected to the Ole Miss football program from this. I mean, we've had you on the video board on the Jumbotron a couple of times since then, and you've done an Are You Ready for us before. We've honored you on the field, and you're really kind of this part of the program. Have fans recognized you out, on campus or in the community? I mean, what are some of the things that you've heard?
I've had everything from kids ask me for an autograph, people ask to take pictures. It's been awesome. I never thought that something like that, because like I said, I tell everyone it wasn't planned. It just happened.
Yeah.
It's spontaneous, and then it's just that, but it's been real receptive. And I'm glad it's kind of added some a spark to the Rebel fan base.
Oh, yeah. No, your get loud prompts and stand up prompts are awesome. So this Saturday, and there's been a lot on ESPN this week, and with Veterans Day and Military Appreciation Week at sporting events throughout the country and throughout the world. So this Saturday at the Troy football game, we'll honor our military, and we'll have a lot of presentations and things like that. As an active member in the United States military. What do days like that mean to you guys?
Well, it just shows you that there are people that do appreciate you, because we all know that in this country everyone has their freedoms and their beliefs and their rights to do so. So there are some people that don't necessarily appreciate it, but it does remind you that, hey, you do appreciate it, since this is a purely voluntary force now. It's not like the days of old for most of our grandparents where it's a draft. So pretty much all the young men and women now do it. They do it on their own free will and accord. That's
awesome. That is awesome. I mean, I joke with some of the guys here about the video board in the stadium, and if you ever want to get a reaction from the crowd and get people to stand up and cheer probably louder than anything, you honor somebody from the military. You do that, or you have a military member sing "God Bless America." I mean, we've had active members sing that before, and it just is this huge hit from the crowd. I think in this part of the country, and especially here on campus, I think there's a ton of appreciation for what you guys do, you men and women do, and it's like I said, it's an honor to have you here on the show. You're headed somewhere else on Sunday, and that's bittersweet, I'm sure.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Tell us about your next post.
My next duty station will be one that I've been to before, which is Parris Island, South Carolina. My capacity will be a little bit different than it was from 2003 to 2006, which at that time I trained recruits, so all the new Marines that were coming into the Marine Corps, I would train them. But this time, I will be there in a capacity that I will take care of the drill instructors, the one that train the recruits. So I will be there for their use as far as career enhancement and so on and forth.
And so you've been a drill instructor before, correct?
Yes. To do this job here at Ole Miss, to be what we call an assistant Marine officer instructor, we're all over the country at a few schools that have naval ROTC programs. So in order to do this job, I had to have been a successful tour as a drill instructor.
All right. And so how long were you that?
3 years.
And that was in Iraq?
That was 3 years at Parris Island.
Yeah.
Or you can do it 3 years at San Diego, one of the two. We have 2 recruit training installations, one on the East Coast, one on the West Coast. It used to be by the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
If you were west of Mississippi, you went to San Diego, east to Parris Island, and all the females go to Parris Island.
Gotcha. So you had a tour in Iraq in 08, you said?
Yes, sir.
And how long were you there?
I was there 7 months.
And what were you doing?
There I served with 1st Light Armored Reconnaissance Battalion from 1st Marine Division out of Camp Pendleton, California. And I served as a battalion career planner or career retention specialist. So basically I was there for those Marines that wanted to stay in the Marine Corps, or the ones that wanted to, as we say, end their active service from the Marine Corps, or ones that want to come on and be drill instructors, recruiters, Marine security forces, or security guard standing duty at the embassies. I help those young men and women get to those locations.
So, and we talked a little bit before the show about how long you stay active, and 20 years is kind of one of those milestone years, and you're at 17.
Yes.
So this next duty could be maybe your last stop. What you come back here after 20?
Oxford is very, very tempting. It's definitely on my top 3 in my list of places where I would hunker down, as they say. I would definitely look at Oxford. I mean, without a batted eye.
That's pretty awesome. What's some of the things what do you love about this town? What's some of your favorite things to do?
The question should be, what don't I love about this town? I tell you, what I love is the unity of the town. I love how, especially during football season, because we know this is SEC and this is football country, especially during football season, how everyone just comes together as a whole. It's like one big family. I think the university and the town of Oxford have about the right pace, not too fast, not too slow. So I love it here.
So Sunday's the day. What are you going to do these last 4 days? You got 4 days. Where are you going to eat? Let me ask you that. Where are you going to eat?
Well, I'll tell you like this. I've been invited to, some people are going to take me out, and there's been some places that I still haven't been, so hopefully, I do places. I think one place someone has me going to is Soulshine.
Soulshine, yeah, great pizza, yeah.
Irie. Last night.
Not as good as Old Venice.
Not as good as Old Venice.
You got to get to Old Venice. Have you been to Old
Exactly.
So
Venice? I think somebody's got to get me to Old Venice. So if anyone's listening,
all right,
take me to Old
Venice.
Venice.
We'll get you to Old Venice.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, we got food from them here after the show.
Awesome.
We got some of the best lasagna you've ever put in your mouth.
Well,
right here. It's actually right through those doors.
Then that's on my list.
All right. We're going to eat that for lunch then, all right?
Okay. And that's probably about it. But the atmosphere on the square is wonderful.
It's cool, isn't it?
It's awesome. I'm kind of from a small town in Oxford. Just, kind of feels like home to me.
What do you do when you're not working?
When am I not working? That's the question.
True. You work some pretty long days, don't you?
Yes. While I was here, I came in the Marine Corps right after high school, so there was no college. So what I did is I kind of put it on myself a little bit. So there was a point in time until this last semester that I was doing work during the day and college here at night. So I was able to get some classes done here at Ole Miss. So it was working school pretty much. Very
cool. All right, we're going to take a quick break to show you what's coming up on campus. A lot of big things happening on campus. One of the highlights, of course, is the soccer team hosting the first ever NCAA tournament game here on Friday night. So we've got that and so many other great events coming up this weekend. So take a quick look and we'll be right back.
This week on campus, Friday night, the Rebel volleyball team continues its 2013 campaign when they host SEC opponent Georgia in the Gillum Center. Match is set for 6 p.m. 1 hour later on Friday night, on the pitch at the Ole Miss Soccer Stadium, the Rebel soccer team starts its 2013 NCAA tournament quest. The team will host Jackson State, and tickets start at only $5. Make sure and come out to support your Rebels in postseason play. Saturday, join the 401k campaign inside Vaught-Hemingway Stadium as the Ole Miss football team hosts the Trojans of Troy. Kickoff is slated for 11 a.m. Be a part of the largest season attendance number in program history. Lock the vault this Saturday. Sunday, Rebel athletics action continues with volleyball hosting SEC opponent Kentucky inside the Gillum Center. Match starts at 1:30 p.m. Don't forget to join the voice of the Rebels, David Kellum, and head coach Hugh Freeze at Buffalo Wild Wings every Thursday for our Coaches Show Reb Talk. Broadcast begins live at 7 p.m. Arrive early for best seating. Ole Miss students, make sure you're signed up for Rebel Rewards by downloading the free app. For more information, visit rebelrewards.com. And finally, a reminder that a limited number of tickets are still available for the final Rebel home football game next Saturday versus Missouri. Visit OleMissFB.com today to purchase your tickets. Join the 401k quest to top over 401,000 people in attendance this Rebel football season. For information on this and all other events, visit OleMissSports.com.
Welcome back. We've got two questions from Twitter that we're going to ask Gunny here. So let's get to the first one. The first one comes from Danielle Smith. So what will you miss most about Oxford?
Well, Ole Miss is going to be one of the things I'm going to miss about Oxford because the two are synonymous, so you can't have one without the other. So it's definitely going to be the Ole Miss, which I think helps make the city of Oxford. So it's definitely going to be Ole Miss and the fans and the staff and the faculty here at Ole Miss that just make me feel so welcome here.
Oh, that's a great answer. All right, let's go to number two. From Alaire Kirk, is Major Payne your favorite movie? I've never seen this movie, so I don't. Have you seen this movie?
Bleed. What are you talking about?
Have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen this movie.
I've never seen it. Would you recommend it?
I would say it's one of my favorite movies, but I would say Arlie Ermy, probably from Full Metal Jacket, is probably if you had to pick between the two of the drill instructor image, it would definitely be Arlie Ermy from Full Metal Jacket.
That is an absolute classic. All right, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show.
No,
best of luck to you in South Carolina on Sunday. We wish you well and a good, safe move, and we hope you will come back. And you know where we'll be.
Exactly.
You'll always have a home here. So each week this fall, as you know, we will close the show with a sneak peek of tonight's episode of the season. Watch the full episode at 6 p.m. tonight on WatchRebelVision.com. But check out this sneak peek by some of the best video guys in the business. We really appreciate it. And check it out. And we'll see you next week on Studio 18 Live, presented by Old Venice Pizza Company.
Coming off a bye week, the Rebels return to the practice field in preparation for the Razorbacks.
Well, hey, this is like playoff weather, boy. Work day, baby, work day. Let's pick it up a little bit this time. You can move a little bit. Good. Don't outrun them. Jalen, beat. Go! Drive your feet, drive, hand level, go! Drive, hand, pass, go! Drive your feet, drive! Rush, come on, drop and go. There you go, Albert. Lock out. Okay, we got chicken on the stick. Good, squeeze it, body lean, body lean. Good work, Jalen. Here we go, flip it around, left arm going back. You can't, hey, if you can't take care of the ball, you can't play, baby. Good, roll over it, use your hands. Good. He's back deep, you can go in front of him. Don't line up behind him. Hands, good. No, start it over, tuck it. I ain't worried about how fast you go. Catch it and tuck it, catch it and tuck it.
All right, bring her tight. Bring her tight.
We good? Hey, good work today. Tomorrow, let's be a little bit better. Remember the mindset we gotta have for this game.
All right, you got 1 month left, okay? You got 1 month left.
They got their back against the wall, okay? They done lost 6 in a row.
It ain't gonna just happen by itself. You ain't just gonna walk out there and win a football game. You gotta go out there and you gotta play physical.
You gotta get yourself ready for a 60-minute game, okay? Squeeze the football. Let's know what we're doing. Let's get ready to play hard, all right?
There you go, line on 3. Everybody hears us. Line on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold on!